getting my dog to come when called. I have Cayuse here, and she's already been taught to sit. And for the sit, if I bring my hand up alone, she will, yes, she will sit. So I want to teach her to come when I call her. I'm going to use her name first if she's not looking at me. So I will say Cayuse, because if she's not looking at me, she's not going to know I'm talking to her. Go get it. Cayuse, come. Hand up. Yes. And feed her a cookie. So I have treats in my hand. I call them cookies. And I'm by myself. So if you have a helper, you can have somebody sort of hold the dog. Come here, my friend. Sort of like this, right? Just to build up a little resistance. And my helper could run across and call her, and then I let her go. But when I'm by myself, I can simply toss a cookie. Ready? Get it. Toss a cookie out and say, get it, and she runs away. Come, hands low, and then up. Yes, and feed her in position in a sit. When I call her to come, I have a cookie in my hand. I hold it at nose level till she gets to me, and then I gently bring my hands up, yes, and if you remember from the sit video, that hand signal gets her to go into a sit. When I call her, I would like her to come to me and sit, because if I need her, I don't want her coming over, taking the treat, and running away. So when I say come, I do want my dog to come and sit front. That way I can put my leash on her, or pick her up, or get her, or go on to whatever it is the next thing I want to do. So I'm going to have two value treats. I have, for my dogs, and again, if you recall, food is important. I have a small breed dog here, so if I loaded her up with a big breakfast and she was leaving food because she didn't finish it all, or because she's satiated and she's used to having all the food she wants all day, she's not going to work for me for this stuff. And then I end up getting lots of different treats and things, and you can create a picky eater. This is plain dry kibble, but she'll work for it. I'll use that to toss out. And here I've got some Fresh Pet diced up into little pieces. I'm going to toss one piece of kibble out for her just to get her away from me. All right, good girl. And then when she's away from me, I'm going to say, Cayuse, that's her name, and I'm going to say, come and bring my hands here at nose level of where my dog is. As soon as she gets here, I raise my hands up. As soon as she sits, I say yes, and I feed her a piece of the Fresh Pet. Now, because come is such an overused word, I generally tell people that if you really want a good recall, that's that when your dog comes to you, maybe use another word. So you might say here. But for right now, I'm just saying come, because I want her to come to me. I want to keep the exercise simple for my pet dog owner friends. And this is what it's going to look like. I have a plain piece of kibble, my good treats behind me, and I say, ready, get it. Cayuse, come. And then up. Yes, when she sits. Good girl. Ready? Get it. Cayuse, come. Yes. Good girl. Now what she was doing is, I had that little treat behind me, and that was too much of a distraction for her, so I put the treat jar up. So I take a piece of kibble, get it. Cayuse, come. Yes. Good girl. Ready? Get it. Cayuse, come. Yes. Feed her in position. Good girl. Ready? Get it. I toss a treat out. Cayuse, come. Yes. Bring the cookie in and feed her in position. She started to get up. I moved the cookie away. I'm going to do one more. Have a piece of boring kibble. Get it. Cayuse, come. Yes. and feed her in position. Now, if she got up, I would wait for her to sit, or perhaps I'd use my hand signal again. Good girl, so she sat. But if I do this a couple times a day, and again, if you have a small dog or an overweight dog, or just to get your dog on board with training, this can be part of their meal. Super high value treat, in my case it's the Freshpet, something moist, something, and I use healthy stuff, for coming to me, and a so-so treat, which is just her kibble to run away. The kibble, get it. Cayuse, come. Yes. And yes. So there's an example. She got up, and before I fed her the cookie, Cayuse, get it. I got her back in a sit. Cayuse, come. Yes. Cookie and cookie. And that's it. Practice this a couple times a day. If you do it for 5 minutes, that's all you're going to do. I don't want you doing it for any more than that. Do it a couple times a day. All right? Thanks. Have a great day.